cold, cold wind blowing here tonight. A chill in the air, honey, something ain't right. I see the writing on the wall, and I hear the bell toll. But Lord, it's so hard letting go. And I can close my eyes, hear all I see. Your haunting voice tortures me. Touch these walls, yeah, memories flow. Lord, it's so hard letting go.
Well, the only way we can put a stop to this is to cooperate with the FBI and the Sheriff's Department.
Sheriff, has there been any chance of having any type of search and rescue teams out at the holler?
That's been discussed. The search and rescue team, they've been busy with floods lately. But we've been thinking that's outside the box.
This is what we're asking everyone to do. This is a town effort. And if we are going to stop these kidnappings, we have to all stay alert and watch for anything unusual. Contact the sheriff's office immediately if you see or hear anything that could help the sheriff or the FBI find Miss Monroe or Miss Wells.
Contact us anytime. We have someone working at the sheriff's office around the clock.
Think about taking the self-defense classes offered by the Sheriff's Department. And most importantly, stay away from the mines. Sheriff, do you have anything else you want to add?
Yes, Kurt. These are Special Agents Matthew Richards and Mae Lewis from the FBI department. And they are here to help with missing girls and disappearances going on around here. Now, I know with them being outsiders, you know, it's hard to talk to people, but all you got to do is talk to them like you're talking to me or Deputy Mark here.
Well, if there are no other concerns or questions, I think we can bring this meeting to a close. And remember, contact the Sheriff's Department if you see or hear anything unusual. Thank you all. Have a good evening and stay safe.
Well, what do y'all think about the meeting tonight?
Well, to be honest, Deputy Mark, I got some concerns. You know, it seems like to me that there's a break of communication in this community between the leadership that's here. I mean, I'm talking about even the pastor at the church and the sheriff. The sheriff constantly has to jump up here to bail out the assistant mayor or whatever. The people are not being informed of what's going on. And what happens when the people are not happy, everything is in unrest. And I worry about us getting information.
Things is normally pretty easy going around here. Just whenever things like this pop up, it goes crazy for a while.
But you know, this is the time when they need to work together.
Yeah.
They need to work together as a community and not be divided like what we saw here.
You know, I was kind of concerned at the church meeting tonight when the pastor gets up and says that we all need to stay together, and he was constantly talking about outsiders. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, that naturally tips off something with me of we're being labeled as the outsiders, and I worry about people coming forward giving us information.
Was it a hint?
Yeah.
Not to tell us anything?
Right.
Because we are outsiders?
You should know. You got the inside perspective, I guess.
That's just the way things have always been here. I mean, it'll settle down. People will talk to you.
Okay.
I know they will.
I sure hope so.
It'll be all right. Well, Joan.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, Rose, how you doing? Hey, I'd like to introduce y'all to Special Agents Richard and Agent Lewis. They're here with the FBI. They're here to help us look into the missing girls that we have. And I was hoping maybe you'd be able to assist them some.
I'd be happy to help you any way I could.
Do you know if the girls were involved with anything outside of school?
They haven't done anything wrong. I haven't heard anything about it.
Why would you assume that they've done something wrong? The only time I ever see the kids around here is if they do something wrong.
Principal Gentry, could you tell us about if either of the girls were ever
I don't
involved
have
with...
much more time for any more questions. Very busy with the Board of Education, quizzing me on our attendance records because of all that's going on, and they're looking at budget cuttings. And I just don't, oh, excuse me, I have to take this call.
Thank you for your time, Principal Gentry.
Hi, Mark. Hi, I'm Joan Chapman.
Sure,
Nice to meet you. Did I hear you guys talking about Carly and Jenny? They're actually, they're in my class.
Yeah, the agents were just wanting to know a little bit about how the girls were in class.
Okay. Principal Gentry, she's not from around here, so she really doesn't understand how things work. But this is actually her first year at the school, but I grew up here, graduated from the school. But Carly and Jenny, they've always been a super great bunch of kids to teach, and they've always been a delight, and they've always been on the honor roll, just super great kids.
Yeah, actually, Carly's father, Adam, he and I went to school together. We went to college. I came back, but there's not many opportunities for an engineer here in Raelin.
Joan, could you tell me whether Carly or Jenny were involved with any alcohol or drugs or something of that matter?
No, but I did have an assignment where I had the students write an essay about what it was like to grow up in a coal mining town, and some of the answers were actually pretty insightful.
Did you ever hear Jeannie talk about maybe going back to where she came from or going anywhere else at all?
Well, no, actually, Jenny just wrote an essay where she described how much she liked her new home and her friends, and she felt really out of place at her previous home. It was almost like a loner type. She didn't really have any friends or family except for her dad.
Do you still have that essay? It may have some information in it that didn't seem essential when she wrote it.
Yes, I do, actually. I keep all of the students' homework till the end of the school year, so if you want, I can drop it off at the office tomorrow afternoon after school.
Be great.
Yeah, that'd be great. If we're not there, just leave it with Alex at the office.
Yeah, Principal Gentry didn't mention this, but actually, Jenny had enough credits to already be done with school and graduate early, but her father insisted that she come to high school to make some new friends.
That's good to know. I wonder why she didn't tell us about that info.
Well, probably just slipped her mind. She's been really distracted lately. She's got a lot of pressure from testing and also the new pressure with the Board of Education.
Well, I think that that's all the questions that we have for you right now. If there's anything else that we can think of, may we contact you?
Sure, yeah, I'd love to help in any way I can.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Joan.
You're
We'll
welcome.
give you a call if anything else comes up.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, Mark and the FBI agent are here. They asked me some questions, but I was able to blow them off. They're interviewing Joan right now. I think she might know something. I heard her say that she was going to take something to the sheriff's office after school.
Other agents. Hi, Annie. Jane.
Agent Lewis, Matthew.
Shane, what do you two think about after that meeting?
Well, I think we're more on our own than I originally thought.
Well, why do you say that? We now have help of the school.
Well, I don't know much about Principal Gentry. She's not from this area. She doesn't know this area. But, you know, Joan, she's good people. She's from here. So the only problem is that her information is going to be totally limited to the school area. Now, previous kidnappings from here has never really involved the school as much as it has the holler.
Well, speaking of which, we need to go up to the holler and get those trail cams and see if they picked up anything.
Well, if you guys find anything, be sure that you let us know. That way we can turn it in for evidence and we may be able to put out an APB for a possible suspect.
Will do.
Though seriously doubt we're going to have anything to bring to show and tell till about tomorrow morning.
Well, you know, I do have some stuff at the shop that I'd really like to share with you guys. I'll bring them by tomorrow morning at the hotel. What time are you leaving?
We've got to update the director at 8 o'clock in the morning, so any time after that would be great for us. You know, breakfast does sound like a pretty good idea.
Oh, yeah.
I've been waiting and smelling that bacon frying from 7 o'clock this morning.
Well, you know, wait until after lunch is not a good idea and not a healthy idea.
It's true. You know, I agree. But we've got to go where the leads take us. And you know how Barnes is. He wants no stones unturned. We've got to solve this as quick as we can.
Haven't you ever wondered what his connection to this town is? You know, he seems to know an awful lot about this town for somebody who's been in Louisville as long as he has.
You know, I'm still trying to figure it out about this town. Everybody seems to know about these old stories and things like that, but it just seems like everybody's too afraid to talk about it.
You know, I have noticed that. And Deputy Mark seems to always dismiss anybody that says anything about the soul taker or the fifth hauler.
Yeah.
Morning, Mark. What brings you out here this morning?
Well, I guess for the same reason you all are.
Yeah, I'm here for the morning coffee. Needed some coffee, and this place has the best in town.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing.
You two stop it. You know, this is enough. We know why we're all here. We're here to talk to the agents.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood a little bit.
Well, I'm here to take the agents to a few places around the globe.
Well, I have to have a few things I'd like to talk to the agents about.
Annie, you're not going to start with these ghost stories again, are you? They don't have time for this kind of stuff.
Don't be ridiculous. You know, Charlie the other night when he was mentioning about being in a punching bag, he said something about whoever was beating him up referred to the order. Found some old files of Dad's that mentioned the order.
Good. Well, good morning. What are you all, our bodyguards or something?
You couldn't afford us if we were. Ma'am?
Morning.
Agent?
Jane? Well, they were already here whenever I pulled in. I thought it'd be great to grab a bite of breakfast before we got started.
Well, that does sound like a good idea. We missed breakfast here, so. Annie, why are you here today?
God, Annie, don't start with that ghost stuff again.
Mark, just back off, okay? Well, I had some things I wanted to show you all, but after talking with Mark, I really don't think I have anything at all. So y'all just enjoy your breakfast, have a good day. Come on, Shane, let's get out of here.
Another day with Carly and Jenny both missing.
Do you have to say it that way? It sounds so cold and insensitive.
I'm sorry, Monica. That came out wrong.
I didn't mean to snap at you either. It's just with Carly and Susie gone, and they're probably never going to be back. I just feel so lost.
You know, Susie was the first girl whose hand I ever held, the first girl I ever kissed.
No, I didn't know that, but as far back as I can remember, it's always been Susie and Charlie.
That's what I mean. Me and Susie have been together since the 5th grade. We always talked about growing up and getting married, but I guess I was just naive.
I think we're all naive. I mean, everyone I know is either married, pregnant, or has moved away.
Good.
Same. My parents did, my grandparents did. We've always just ran that little corner store, and that's what I'm expected to do, but now it's gonna be without Susie at my side.
So you're staying?
I don't know. I want to go to college and explore a little, even if it's just the next town over. But that store has been in my family for 3 generations.
Well, it's a nice store. It always has everything I need. And without going to the town over, it's like it has its own personal touch.
My parents have always taken pride in their personal touch.
Hello, young couple. How you all doing today? If you got a couple of bucks, maybe $1 or $2 that I might be able to borrow?
Here, Austin. Now, that's for food, not liquor.
Oh, well, that's sweetie. Oh, goodness sakes. Thank you so much. I'll go right down in there and get a little bite to eat.
All right.
I sure appreciate this.
No problem. No problem.
Let me know if I can do something for you.
All right. Get yourself something good to eat now, Oscar.
Have a good day.
I'll go right now.
Charlie, can I tell you something personal? Do you promise not to laugh?
Of course.
Ever since the 6th grade, I've had a crush on you. Ever since the teacher paired us up as laugh partners.
We were kids.
I didn't want to start a fight between you and Susie. You guys look good together.
Come on, let's sit back then.
There. I've been wanting to do that for a while.
What was that for? Hey, Monica, you want to go to the movies this weekend?
I'm not some rebound girl.
No, you're not that at all, Monica. That just felt right.
Yeah, I guess I'll go to the movies with you.
I'm taking care of that problem right now. Thank you.
Alex, what kind of problem you taking care of?
Mark, it's rude to listen to people's phone calls.
Well, I couldn't help myself, Alex. You shouldn't talk quite so loudly if you don't want anyone to hear.
Shouldn't you be doing something else? Like looking for the missing girls?
Well, look at what the cat, or should I say dog, just drove in.
Yeah, we all talked search and rescue last night. I thought, well, you know, hunt trips and everything. Jack can do the same thing, a search dog.
That's perfect. I'd never thought about using Jack.
Are you sure that's going to work, Sheriff?
One hunting trip, we shot a goose, and it kept flying. Took Jack 20 minutes, but he found it.
Absolutely. Jack just needs a sniff. He can catch a trail a mile away.
That's pretty impressive. But I don't know if that'll be a good idea or not. I'm not sure that he might contaminate some of the evidence.
Yeah, and there's still that skull out there that Charlie said he saw when he was attacked. So.
No worries there. Jack will listen to me no matter what. Watch this.
Well, in that case, looks like we got us a search and rescue dog.
So when do you plan on going to search the area?
Here in a little bit. I want to give Jack as much time as he can. All right, Jack, let's get a whiff of this. Come on, boy, get a whiff of this.
James, are you sure that Jack can do this stuff? We've never used him to find a body before.
He's a great hunting dog with a good sniffer. He helped find that meth lab 2 months ago.
Well, yeah, you did, Sheriff, but we could smell that stuff cooking a half a mile away.
So, Sheriff, you're telling us that Jack has never done a search and rescue before?
Well, technically no, but we're waiting for something to get back from Louisville. While we're waiting on that, we can go ahead and search, maybe find something out here in the field.
All right, Sheriff, let's put him to the test. You go ahead and take Jack on out that way. Agent Lewis and I are going to look over here.
Come on, Jack, let's go find some bodies.
Matt, don't you think we're a little bit hard on Sheriff Robbins this morning?
I don't think so. You know, I've got 290 days left before I retire, and I should be at a desk in Louisville, not out here hunting with some hunting dog for a search and rescue.
Well, I get the impression that you don't like dogs.
Yeah, that's not it at all.
You know, he did make a valid point. You know, everybody that we have interviewed that has anything to do with the missing girls, we've always came up empty-handed. Until we hear something from Louisville.
You know, I've just got this weird feeling that something's going on in this town. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I don't know what it is.
Oh, your gut. Are you sure it's not because Deputy Moreland brought me breakfast this morning and not you?
Trust me, that's not it at all. But something's happening in this town, and I just can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, I had that same feeling, but you know, in the back of my mind, it's what Director Barnes said about there being a mystery in this town. It just stays there, and you know, I just can't put my finger on it, but there's definitely one here.
I don't know, but if I get shot by some crazy moonshiner around here before my retirement, then I'm gonna come back on Director Barnes as a ghost and haunt him the rest of his life.
Don't blame you.
Hey, get over here. Jack smelled something.
Hey, here. I told you Jack could find something.
Actually, Sheriff, I thought you said that Jack would find something to lead us to the missing girls.
Well, I actually found a skull. It might be the one Charlie found earlier.
Well, Jack, looks like I owe you an apology. We found more than what I expected.
Sheriff, we've never had anything like this around here before.
Well, it's an old skull, but it doesn't look like any of the missing girls.
I think we better go ahead and get this and put this into evidence and send it on to headquarters with the rest of the evidence we have.
Sheriff Robbins. What's that, Alex? Well, call Coroner Corbett. Tell him to meet us here at the scene.
Actually, I'll do you one better than that, mate. I mean, Agent Lewis. Once we bag this thing up, I got a box we can put it in. Sheriff, what did Alex say to get you so excited?
Got a body over in the school parking lot down the hill there.
Well, I guess we ought to head on over.
Yeah, sometimes I just don't, never mind.
Hello? Is there anyone there? This isn't funny. Whoever's doing this isn't funny.